At the tone, the time will be
0 dark 30.
Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, 0 dark 30, blasting out of the bunker. And I've got to tell you, I have people ask me, how do you do it? How can you just take a subject and just start tearing into it? Well, it's because, like you, I've sat back, I've listened, I've watched, I've read, I've learned, and it just comes to me. What are these people doing to us? Psycho warfare is occurring, folks. They are a bunch of psychos. They are a bunch of violent psychos. And it is a form of warfare. It is medical warfare. It is legal warfare. It is psychological warfare. And we are being battered. And what I don't want you to do is to quit. You see, that's the objective of psychological warfare, is to break your will, to crush you down, to make you consider yourself weak and defeated when you're not. You see, that's just it. It's in the head. No one right now is beating you with the fucking stick, unless you're in Washington, D.C. prison with the other January 6ers. No one's beating you down. Nobody. But you feel beat down, don't you? Sometimes, if you're willing to admit it. I feel like I'm beaten down sometimes. And I don't like to admit it, but I know what they're up to. So I'm going to start with this tidbit. Oh, Dr. Fauci. That's right, little Dr. Doom, Darth Doom dumbass, was running around the streets of Washington, D.C. He got hammered once by a knowledgeable, well-informed, strong, not beaten down resident who told him all about his policies and how he wasn't going to be tricked into taking the Jim Jones juice. Well, that didn't deter Dr. Dumbass. He's going to get his, folks. It's coming. Everyone's going to get theirs. We all do. It's just, what do you get? Well, Fauci, folks, didn't quit. He wasn't defeated. So what did he do? Well, he decided that he was going to keep going, and he kept fighting. And he revealed, folks, in some statements, that he is going to break the will of those. He's going to defeat those who oppose his mandates and his belief system. And what he wants for us and what he is demanding, it is a form of psychological battery and abuse that is going on by the government. George Soros is playing the same game. He's using his money to buy influence with district attorneys around the country so that he can psychologically abuse people and then legally abuse them. That's lawfare. It's using the law to batter people, to damage them, to harm them, to force them to comply with George Soros's will. They do it in the media so they can batter us and beat on us and try and change our opinion by wearing us down, by only giving us one story, their story. Not the facts, not the truth, their propaganda. That's what they are about. That's what they are about, folks. They're not about anything other than them getting their way. This is a form of war. Without bullets, without guns, without people laying on the ground screaming that they've been shot. We all need to be very aware of what is going on and don't quit. What I have noticed, folks, in the years I have been here, is that people quit. Okay, you don't have to come here to learn on the internet, on YouTube, on all the various channels about prepping. You don't have to come here and do hours of research daily. You don't have to come here and apply all of your brain skills all at once, every day. right? You get to come and absorb information and then choose for yourself what you're going to believe. That's the beauty of it. You get to choose for yourself. Right? But you are going to hear from me a message that is entirely different than what you're going to hear from Dr. Fauci or CNN or any channel on the boob tube. You're going to hear something different. And so it causes mental conflict. Right? You have to choose. A lot of people don't want to choose. So in psychological warfare, the choice is made for them. And once they accept that choice from the enemy who is battering them and their senses, once that choice is made, it's easy. All of a sudden, you can just not give a shit. You can relax. What the hell do I care? People say to themselves, if drag queens are dancing for children in schools, who cares? I don't have to see it. Who cares if people in Ukraine are dying by the thousands and the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands because Russia is just slaughtering them? All I have to do is believe the media and believe the president and believe NATO that it's justifiable, that we shouldn't ask for peace. So that makes it okay then. That person can go back to sleep by accepting their psychological battery, right? Now, what is Stockholm Syndrome? Stockholm Syndrome is where a person is kidnapped or held in prison, however you want to think of it, and they are psychologically battered. They're abused. They're restrained. They're held. They're threatened by their captors. But after a very short while, those same people become reliant upon their captors. They'll even defend their captors. Well, yeah, I'm a prisoner of them. They've captured me. They're abusing me, but they love me. They care about me, and I need that. I need someone to care for me. And so here we have an abusive government. Folks, take a look at all the governments around the world. They abuse their people. They steal their money. They violate their rights. And then people are like, no, the government's good. I must vote for them again. How come we have so many Democrats who are idiots voting for more idiotic rules and laws? Because they're victims of psychological warfare, and they have what is known commonly as Stockholm Syndrome. They like being battered and abused, and they actually think it's good and protective, and they will defend those people and even vote for them. That's why we have so many stupid-ass Democrats out there voting for their captors and asking for more abuse. And they'll even turn on you and fight you over it. Just like Patty Hearst. Look up Patty Hearst of the Hearst multimillionaire multimedia super family who was kidnapped. Great example, Patty Hearst. That's what they're doing to us, folks. These psychos are interested in everything. They're wanting everything. They are working for everything to be theirs. It's their way or the highway. It's their money. They will own everything. You will own nothing, and you'll like it. That's a prisoner, folks. A prisoner lives in a tiny prison cell. You know, like the government wants to give us. Live in a cardboard box, and you'll be happy. They will degrade you 100%. You'll eat bugs, and you'll like it. And that's all you're going to get. They'll even kill you. Take this experimental concoction, and we're going to inject it in your body. And do it because we're mad at you, because you should, and because we say so, and because we're the experts and you're not. And so these people do, and they line up. They like being captives in their homes with their little masks on, hiding. Oh yeah, folks, it's fucking real, all right. It's real. It's real. Are you prepared for what is coming next? Are you prepared to stand up for yourself and start fighting for yourself in here? The moment you let them win is the moment when you say, yeah, I've had enough. I quit. They beat me down. That's their goal, is to beat you down, to break your will. Just like little Dr. Fauci says. He's going to go home, he's going to eat steak, he's going to eat lobster, he's going to drink the finest wines and drink the finest whiskeys. And he's going to live really well because he's done a good job fighting you all day long. With the media on his side, with politicians on his side, with doctors on his side, he's going to keep fighting, folks. So you've got to know that on your side, you have all of us. We're fighting on the same side you are, fighting for information, fighting to spread the information, to fight their misinformation and their lies, and that you are on the side of righteousness and goodness. And these people out there, folks, they are pure evil, and they know it. They want to break your will. Don't let them. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours.